Representing all the women. Salute, salute, it's who we are. We don't need no camouflage. It's the female. They're the one we're taking out. If you're with me, women, let me hear you say.
So at State Street, we were very fortunate in that we were able to transition to working in the office, to working at home really quickly and effectively very seamlessly within days of this pandemic starting. Everyone's lives changed very dramatically almost overnight, where all of a sudden we're at home, we're with family, we're with our children, our loved ones, we're working, we're teaching, it's all under one roof. And the crisis has really reinforced, or maybe it's even turbocharged, the importance of so many existing leadership attributes. And I'll say from a State Street's perspective, and for me, some of the most important ones are strong communication. Strong communication skills coupled with authenticity, humility, empathy, the ability to set priorities, make decisions quickly, the ability to pivot, and the critical importance of expressing gratitude and pausing to say thank you and express praise when you know that everybody's working under really extraordinary circumstances. Simple actions like picking up the phone and calling someone and asking how they're doing, it matters to our colleagues. Mental health is very, very real in this environment and through any crisis, really. And we as leaders need to think differently. And we have to think beyond getting the work done. We also have to be mindful of the whole person who works for us and the implications of this environment on them in their personal lives. Another big impact since the crisis started is the importance of my role as a leader as it relates to racial equality. One specific action that I've taken with my leadership team is to host a series of roundtables. And the premise of this is to create an open and safe environment where we're talking about the topic of racial equality. And that's not an easy conversation to have. And particularly when we can't always relate to the considerations. So this has been really valuable from a learning perspective for so many of us, as well as creating an environment that people feel really confident to express their voice and allow us to learn and work together to create a stronger path as we move forward.
Salute, you think we're just pretty things. You couldn't be more wrong. We stand strong.
Motivation is incredibly important in staying focused on that for our workforce. So some of our lessons learned: over communicating. Our employee engagement surveys actually have told us that by over communicating, we're actually communicating just enough during a crisis environment. We want to create forums for open dialogue and questions that people are getting transparency into what's going on and what we're thinking. Leadership signaling is incredibly important. As a leader, your tone, gesture, words in a crisis are all amplified far more than they would normally be heard. So being self-aware of the effect that you're having is important.